you. Oh, that's spun round. Sorry about that. Hi, I'm Subu, bringing crafting to you. Today I'm going to make a fun fold for my grandson. So we're going to start off with a piece, and it's just easier if you do it with a 12 by 12 sheet because it makes the measurements easy. You could do it with the standard 11 3/4, which is A4 for imperial users, but it's easier. So I'm starting off with 12 by 7, and we're going to put that in our trimmers, and we're going to score that at 2 inches. So line it up with 2 inches, score at 2 inches and 4 inches. So it just makes it dead easy if you do this. And then we're going to spin it round, and we're going to do exactly the same. So, and this of course is on the 12-inch side, I forgot to say that. I'm also using Old Olive colour, which I don't normally work with. So I've scored at 2 and going to 4. Okay, there we go. So we've got the score lines. So what I'm going to do is take the second score line in, and I'm going to fold it up and burnish that. Okay, so I'm going to burnish that down, and then we're going to fold it back on itself and burnish that. Okay, and we're going to open that up, do the same to the other side. So second score line in, we're going to fold up and burnish down. Make sure that your edges of course are equal, and then do the same score like that. Okay, so it will be like that. Right, now we're going to have a piece that is 2 inches by your 12, and we're going to put that in, and we're going to score it at 2, and you want 2 of these. So we're going to I've already scored 1, so you'll need 2 of these. So you're going to score both exactly the same. So it's going to be 2, 4, 6, and 8. 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to sculpt the first 4 line as a mountain, the second as a valley, the third as a mountain, and the fourth of a valley. Okay, and so you've got it like that. Well, I think, no, I'll change the fold, so it doesn't matter because it will need the flexibility. So just fold it for that now, and then I'll alter it on the card. Right, so first and foremost, I've got a piece of DSP, and this measures 6 3/4 by how did I do this? No, I didn't. Right, so it's 6 3/4, and I'm just going to cut it down to 3 3/4. So I just forgot to cut it down, so I'm going to take that little tiny piece off. There we go. So we will move this out of the way now for a minute and bring this back in. So we're going to adhere this with equal increments all the way around. So just bringing in my glue, get rid of that. There we go. So I'm going to glue this to the centerpiece. So I'm using, so use whatever you like, DSP. Leafy ones would be great for this project. You might not make it with what I'm making it with. I'm just showing you an idea, and you could make it with flowers on or anything. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. I'm just showing you an idea. Okay, so I'm only sticking that back one on. Now you could stick these, and if you wanted to do that, that'd be 6 3/4 by 1 3/4, and you'd need 4 to do it. However, I've got limited paper, so I am going to not put it on. I'm going to put it on after, so you can decide whether you want to do it the same way as me or not. And in actual fact, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have a piece that's 1 3/4 by 3 3/4, and I'm going to stick it on my first panel. So I've put on this one, I've put the panel that's the largest panel on the left hand side, and then all the score marks to the right. So I'm going to put this one on first. I'm going to put this on here. Now be careful if you've got directional paper when you're cutting out and you need it to go all the same way. So there we go. And then I've got 4 pieces. In fact, what I've done it identical. So I've got 2 of these 3/4 and 1 by 1 3/4. And then I've got 1 3/4 square, and I've got 8 of those. So I'm going to stick those on there. So I thought I'd do a bigger border today. I don't normally do bigger borders, but today I'm in the mood for a bigger border. Particulars are it's more frugal on your paper when you've not. Just double checking because I've mixed my paper up now, so make sure it's the right paper that I'm using. I'm going to put these all together on. Okay, and then okay, last one on, and this one. There we go. So there we go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stick this to the bottom. So what I need on this one is I need a mounting fold, a valley fold, then another valley fold, and a mounting fold is what I need. So I'll do that again. So you should have the longer piece with you, and the first bit should be a mounting, the second a valley, the third a valley, and then the last one a mountain. And what we're going to do is I'm going to stick the only on this panel here. So we've got to be careful, we don't want to stick over. So how to do that: turn your panel upside down, lay it on, and I can now see where I need to glue. Look, so I'll hold that up to you to show you. Okay, so I've put my long side, my first score line, that's my long side of 4 inches. I'm putting it level with the bottom, level, so I can see that I need the glue within that, so that when I turn it over, it's going to stick at the bottom. So you get it level with the bottom, level with the side, and I've not stuck any glue on there now because the way that I've turned it over, I know where the glue area was. Okay, so now I'm missing a panel and the third panel. So that was the first panel, second panel. So the third panel, I'm going to stick all glue on. Stick glue on there, and I'm going to put, so got 1 panel, 2 panels, the third panel, I'm actually going to lift this side up, and I'm going to make sure that I am square with the bottom, and then this fold is going to go into this fold here. Okay, so I'm tucking that in there, so it's going to go like that. And then these two I can then just put glue on them. Make sure that you've got the bottom level. So let me just adjust mine because I didn't. I was making sure that it was going in the fold, and I just make sure you've got it level with the bottom there. Okay, and then this can go as well. All glue on these now. These are just going to glue flat. Okay, so they can go on there. So again, make sure that you have got it level with the side and level with the bottom. So make sure they're all level with the bottom. Okay, it doesn't stick over, and then it's going to stick like that. So I'm just going to tuck it in to press it down, tuck it in to press it down. Okay, so it should look like that so far. Now I'm going to repeat that, but this time I'm going to have the panel on my right hand side. So I'm going to stick the first piece on the right hand side. So all equal increments all the way around. Okay. Okay, and then, so that again, if you want the measurement again, it was 3 3/4 by 1 3/4, and then 4 more panels, that's 1 3/4 each. Remember, if you've got a pattern that is directional, make sure that you cut it in the right way, which I had to here. To make sure that it's going to go right on your project. So any leafy one would do for creating. I've kind of got the green background with the stripes kind of vertical, not totally vertical, but they're, you know, going all over the place. So that works with what I'm trying to create. It's kind of giving it a jungly background is what I'm trying to achieve, and this paper I thought would work. So you could have bigger leaves, use any of the prints that's got bigger leaves if you wanted to create exactly what I'm doing. This paper was free. I can't even remember what it's called, but it was one at celebration time that I got free. Right. Put those on. Right, now this time we're going to start off with your larger panel at the right hand side. Going to flip it over like I did before, lay it flat down, just lay it so that you've got the edges there and there, and then I know exactly, I can see now where to put that glue. So I can see I just need this panel here with the glue on. Okay, so now I can turn that over, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I have got it level with the top and level with the sides. I've just got a bit of glue coming out there. That's it. Okay, right, now this time, so we'll have a mountain again, and a valley again, and a mountain. And before we stick these two down, we're just going to go 1, 2, 3 panels, the third panel in, and I'm going to stick glue on that first so that we can make sure we butt this up against the crease. Okay, so I'm getting this fold here, and I'm getting, so this is the 1, 2, third panel, cross fold it up, butt it in, and then make sure it's really in that fold, and then make sure it's level with the top. And you've got it level with the top. Okay, that's fine. And then we can carry on then putting the glue on these panels. Oops, it's not a good idea. Okay, just got that there. Okay, right, so make sure again that that is level at the sides, level at the top, so that when you've got your card, it will fold in like that and fold in like that. Okay, so I'm just going to press that down and it opens up so that this will fit in a 5x7 envelope, because this is 4 inches along there and 7 along there, so it'll fit into that. Okay, so I'm going to now make these panels because I just wanted to make sure I was right, and I think just let me cut mine first before you do yours. So I think it's I've got let's get that, make sure that that's sitting where it should do. So I've got a panel 2, 2, and this is 7, so that should be 3, so I want it 2 3/4. So let's just make sure I've done this right. 2 3/4 by 1 3/4, and then I will tell you if I'm right. Do it. Yeah, I've got that right. So we're going to need 4 of these. So I need 1 3/4. So I'm just going to cut mine 1 3/4. 1 3/4. And then I need it by 2 3/4. 2 3/4. Okay, so that will go there, that will go there. Oh, actually, well, no, that doesn't matter. No, I'm going to stick with my plan. Okay, so 2 3/4, is that 2 3/4? Yeah, so I'll do 1 3/4, and then I'll do that by 2 3/4. No, do that, so it's going to be like that. Right, now you could do, if you wanted to, I'm going to give you an alternative. So if you wanted to, I'll just cut this at 1 3/4 and show you. If you wanted to, if you want this back panel to go all the way up here to the top, you could do, taking my 2 inches off, that's leaving me with 5, so you'd want 4 3/4. So if I cut this at 4 3/4 just to show you, I'm not going to do it because I haven't got enough paper, but you could put that up then in that one there if you wanted to, so that it goes like that, and you could have one that the same length as that one that goes down into that one. I haven't got enough paper to be able to do that, but that's what you could do. So I'm going to stick with what I planned. So I've done the 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. That's 2 3/4. Yes, 2 3/4. So I'm just going to put these so that I've got equal increments all the way around. So I'll have it there. It will lay flat if you wanted to have it flatter to put these panels on. So I'll have that one there. Okay, and this one here. there. It's easy with it closed to see that you've got equal increments really. So making sure once you get your paper straight, and then our last one like that. And then we'll begin to build. Okay. So there we go. Okay, so we're going to stand it up. So you can do it either way. It can fold like that and like that, or it can fold like that and like that. It doesn't matter, okay? Whichever way you want. In fact, with my paper, actually, I can turn it that way or that way, but actually it doesn't make any difference because that's still that side. So there we go. Right, now, what I've done is I've got a sloth, okay, and I want to hang my sloth from some leaves. So I was planning to have him hanging down. So if that's going to come over there, I wanted to do some hanging over there like that, didn't I? So if that comes over there, that's got to go over there like that. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna see whether he'll hang on. So I'm gonna glue this to the corner and then see. Yeah, I'm going to do something like that. So in this corner now, I'm going to put some glue on this to hold it in the corner. So I'm not putting glue on all of these leaves because they need to be free. And I'm going to put this. Now, if you wanted to know what I've used, it's the Birds and Branches one. Okay. There was something that you could have got with the sloth. You could have had some, see if I can get a bit of glue on either of these, and let's see if I can get him to hang on a bit. I'm going to put like that, so he's hanging like that from the branches there. Okay, now I want to make sure all the time that it's working. So that's a little bit over, but that is absolutely fine because remember it's a 5x7 card envelope and this is only 4 inches, so I'm allowed to stick over so that it won't interfere with it. That's fine. Okay, right, now I've got cut out some these were from the boho. Because I haven't got kind of leaves of a newer set, I've used the boho, let's say boho indigo, I think that's what it was called, and it had these beautiful leaves in it, these leaves and some other leaves and vases. Now what I'm doing is I've cut these out with Granny Apple Green, but I'm using Old Olive to sponge over the top. Okay, so I'm just sponging this to give it just make it a bit different. Okay, I really like how it goes. And then just in this bit I'm just putting a little bit like that in just in the bottom, fade it into it. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then these I'm just gonna, this is cut out. So that was Granny Apple Green, if I didn't say. This is the Mossy Meadow, not Mossy Meadow, it's the Old Olive, and this is Old Olive on top of Old Olive. So it just will give that, just that little bit of something, makes it a bit different. Okay, just adds a nice effect to it. So I'm going to do that with those. And then without inking up any more of my my dauber, I'm going to let me move this out of the way. In fact, I'll use this. That was my template when I was playing. I'm just going to stroke up these leaves. Now these leaves are from the amaryllis. Okay, so I've cut some out and I'm just going over that like that with them. Just kind of deepen it a little bit. Thought this would be fun to give this a little bit of in and out of colour as well. So I've cut I think 5 of these. I'm doing that with. I've already done some. Oh, there, not 2 over here. I'm going to just darken them a bit more, I think. Just go so it goes in and out of colour a bit. Gives it that shadows and things. Okay, so I've got those. So let me close that up. And what else I've done is from the Jungle Pals, I've done every single one of the animals. So you get the sloth, you get the crocodile. So the sloth, all I've used is I stamped it in basic grey, and then I've coloured it with my blend of bronze, and then his face I've done light pumpkin pie. My crocodile, I haven't got a blend, but I've got a Stampin' Right marker, so I've used a Stampin' Right marker of Old Olive, so again stamped in the basic grey. So I've coloured it in this, and then I've just put the flecks in like that on the crocodile to look like his scales. So that was with the Old Olive. And then the tiger I've done with the dark pumpkin pie blend. The lemur, I think it is, I've done coloured in the light smoky slate with the actual light pumpkin pie in his ears. And here I've done the pumpkin pie. I've used the black Stampin' Right marker. I've used the yellow dark lemon lolly for that bit. I've used, is it cherry cobbler? Let's have a look. Nope, real red. It was real red to do that. So I've done that. Right. I thought I'd have my bird coming off out of some branches, so I might do that up there and have my bird kind of sitting on there. I think I'll do that. Right, so gonna glue all of this one down now. So as I say, this is from Birds and Branches because I haven't got one like this. I'm going to stick that fairly at the top because I want my bird up there, and I think, let's have a look, that's got to go flat, although I think I'm going to stick the bird on, tuck him under maybe, or on top. I will stick him on dimensionals, I think. So just get dimensional, and let's see what we can do with him. So we'll stick him kind of going in there. Now I'm okay because it's this side, and this side it's fine to stick over this side when it's closed, remember, because this side is the one, as you took it in the envelope, took it like that, and this side will be the one that it can come off of. That's it. Right, now I thought I'd have some kind of swampy maybe, so I'm going to stick this on the back. I think stick that going down there, coming over that side a bit, and I've got more of those, so I'm going to stick another one, and again I'm going to stick that. I think I'll stick that, yeah, well, I'll stick that at the bottom, and then I'm going to, where's my others? there behind, don't I? I'm going to do it again. Now remember, that's tucking in, that's going over. So just keep doing that so you know where you are with things, to make sure that you're not sticking things in the wrong places. Now I thought that'd be kind of like my swampy bit. So my swampy bit's going to have my crocodile, and I'm gonna tuck him behind, so I'm not going to stick him on any dimensionals, and I'm only going to stick glue on the bottom of his feet because I want him to just stick, so he's hiding a little bit. And I will bring in, I've got one more of the, oh, I've got two more of those, so I'm going to stick these on the bottom, so it's a bit swampy. So I think I'll stick them at different heights. So I'm hiding them a bit because they're a bit sneaky, aren't they, crocodiles? They're out to get you. And I've got one more for the end. So remember, I can't go over that side. I don't want to be going over that side. So I'll stick that there. But that's all coming out there. Right, now, I have got a lemur. And I think I'm going to have the lemur maybe climbing up there as well. I might be able to tuck him under, so just gonna again get on his paws and stick him on his paws, and I'm gonna tuck him under. So let's get that up. That's it. There we go. That'll be fine. Now remember, I can have things sticking off. There we go. So that's fine because that's going to tuck in, that's going to come over, and that's in line actually with that leaf. That's going to be fine. And then I've got my lovely tiger. Okay. So my tiger, I've got to be careful because that's going to go in. So actually I can't stick him at the bottom where I thought I could stick him. I've got to stick him higher up. So because that will go over like that, that will go. So as I say, just keep looking to make sure you're all right in what you're doing. Okay, so I'm going to put my tiger there. So I'm going to glue him down. So I can only glue from that back paw and his tail. Okay, so I can only go that there, and I've just got to see, make sure he's not catching on anything. So he's going to come, that's going to go in, that's going to go over. Right, now I'm going to put him with some leaves around him. So I think I'm going to want to put some underneath there. Yeah, I think I'm going to go underneath. So this long, no, the front, this long bit of its stem, I'm going to go underneath now and tuck that like that. Okay, so it's holding underneath there. And also I'm going to put which way? On the front, I need it on the front. So I'm going to stick a bit of a leaf coming over there. Okay, so that's going to go on the back there. Oh, get on. Just going to have to make sure that that's dry, and I'll put one more. Now I'm going to cut the stalk off, I've decided, so I'm going to go in there and just cut the stalk off. I'm just going to put it, just some glue on the bottom, and that can go in there, coming over like that. And I think I'll have, so I'm making me forest come along, so I'm going to cut that stalk off because I don't want the stalk. I'm going to go in for that. And then I think at the top we'll just get rid of the stalk on that one, and just again at the bottom I'll have it coming out like that. Okay, now I'm going to have going to go from the bottom this time, and I might let the stalks show on these. So I'm going to come up from the bottom now and bring in these, and I'm going to chop off no, I'll just, I might cover his tail up a little bit, so I think I will leave his tail on there. Okay, and I'll bring him in like that, and then I'll chop some off this. So I'm going to chop a little bit off there, and so that can go in the middle of those two. And I think actually I'll put this upon dimensional, so just little dimensional on there, and then I'll go from the bottom, see where it's going. So it's looking very jungly. And ahead of time I have taken from the Zany Zebras Wild About You. So lots of sets have Wild About You, so I'm going to do a Wild About You. I think I'll pop this now. Let's just see. Oh, look what I've done. Look what I've done. It's not a good idea. I forgot to check. Can't have it going over that bit, can I? Right, so I forgot to check. So just before I do that, got to alter this a bit because I forgot to check. And I did actually put that up on dimensionals, didn't I? So let's just come and tuck that back in. There, that'll be fine. I just need to get rid of that glue there. So that'll be fine. Okay, so we've got that there. I'd forgot coming over that side too much. Remember, can't do that because he's actually coming over here, remember, and that comes over there. So keep checking that. Don't make the same mistake I made. Right, so I'll go back to me Wild About You. So I'm going to have that coming off there. So Wild About You. And then a Grandkid. I'm going to also put up on dimensionals. And all I've done is stamp the To Amazing Grandson. That can go. Have the leaf coming just over it a little bit. So it will show better on the photograph when I take the photograph. But that will go in. That will go in. So that's how it'll be in the envelope. Then you open it up, and you've got your scene going off there. Now I'm not going to stick anything else on because I've already been nearly 40 minutes, so I'm going to leave that. I would actually stick something on the back for writing on and sticking a little sentiment on the back. And what I'm really loving doing is I'm just doing very simple, like the Peaceful Season dies, and I really recommend these. As I've told you before, going to be using these an awful lot, and I've taken to just like using something small. So I might just cut out that, or I might even just cut out that if I was wanting to just write to and from, and I'll stick it at an angle like that and just stick that on the back. So you're not using a great deal of white card. I'm being more frugal with my white card. So that's what I will most likely do. I haven't really got much of the DSP left, so I can't really do much with the DSP, but that's the sort of thing I would put on the back. So being, as I say, being a lot more frugal. So you could stick, if you wanted to, you could stick something here and here if you want. I'm going to leave that because they go quite far back. So I think we've got enough going off in our jungle scene. So I hope you like that. Thank you for popping by. Do stay safe, do stay well. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and press the notification bell so you'll know when I next upload a video. Thank you very much for watching. Do appreciate it. Bye for now.